If my man stopped making me happy today, it's over. Like, if he starts treating me badly, it's over. You can't get away with it. You can't get away with treating me like shit, because guess what? I'm not scared to leave. I will be like, bye, ciao, adios, hasta never.
I saw him first. I saw him first.
Angie is back. Thinking out loud. To me, my relationship goal has never been the cute pictures on Instagram, how many vacations you take a year, the cute posts on social media. All those things are nice, but when I think back, and I have this in a video that I made probably over 2 years ago now, where I said that for me, my goal, my relationship goal, is to be the kind of person where if I'm in a relationship with someone, everyone just knows that I'm happy. I want to be that person that people just know that if I wasn't happy, I wouldn't be there. You know how some couple, you see them and you're like, oh, you don't know if they're really happy in person. You know, some people say that to make themselves feel better about being single and how, you know, about how shitty the dating world is. But in some cases, it actually is true. You don't really know what is going on behind closed doors, as they say. And for that reason, my relationship goal has always been, there is no closed doors. There's no such thing as what's going on the outside is different from what's going on the inside. No, I want what's going on the inside to always look as good as what is being portrayed on the outside. That has always been my goal. That is a long ramble. That is a very long-winded way to say that. For me, relationship goal for me means I actually am as happy as I seem. That's literally what I've always strived for with anyone I'm dating. Like, am I really happy? Because I'm such a maximizer. I know that about myself. And so for me, like picking someone to be with in a relationship with, I needed to be satisfied because I know myself. I know that if I'm not satisfied, if I'm not happy, if I don't feel like I'm getting everything that I want, I will start to look elsewhere. And so it became more and more important after my first 2 relationships, it became more and more important that I was actually being, what's the right word? Satiated in every way possible, right? And I've said this even when I was rummaging through men, like I'm shopping at TJ Maxx or something. I had no man. I was single AF, dating like crazy, had no prospects, nothing. I still held the same belief and value and relationship goal. And now that I have my man, I'm so proud of myself. You know, when you're with a good guy, people see that. And people acknowledge that, like, oh, wow, he's such a great guy, blah, blah, blah. They don't acknowledge you for picking the good guy. Because guess what? The good guys are not always the ones that are the most, attractive on first impression. The confident guys, the ones that walk into the room, that command attention, the ones that everybody kind of stares at, the ones that everybody wants. The guy that everybody has their eyes on, that's usually not the good guys that you will end up with. Those ones have way too many options, have a big ego, have very little to no personality, have zero commitment, values. They have commitment issues. There's a laundry list of reasons why you don't necessarily want to be with that kind of guy. So it's easy to be like, oh yeah, oh, he's such a good guy. You're so lucky. No, I'm not so lucky. I chose him. I saw him and I saw the value in him. I saw the goodness in him, right? I wasn't attracted to the flashy kind of men that all they have to give is really just the looks. That's about it, okay? It's easy to be like, oh wow, you're so lucky. I am lucky. That's true. Half of it is luck, but I think half of it is also discernment. I really don't think 20-year-old me, 21-year-old me, 22-year-old me, 23-year-old me, maybe even 25-year-old me would have chosen the man that I am with right now if my brain wasn't developed as it is right now. I'm 28 now, and I just know the difference between good and bad a lot more than I did when I was younger. It's a phase. When you're younger, you're not expected to think long term. You shouldn't actually think long term in your 20s, like early 20s and late teens. That you should be dating for the experience, to get to know yourself, for fun, all of those. But when you're older and you want to be with someone that you see a long-term future with, a long-term partner, if you want to get married, your values change and you start to see different and appreciate different things in people. So I find it funny when people make comments about, oh, wow, your man's so nice. So when I just read things online, like, oh, he's such a good guy. Oh, these people are so, lucky. I'm like, it is luck, but it's also like they chose them. On the flip side, choosing a bad partner, this is an exception because guess what? Men lie. Men lie a lot. Men lie, men hide their true intentions. But there is some truth to the fact that red flags tend to pop up and people tend to ignore them. People as in me and you. I'm not pointing at you or sitting on some kind of pedestal and, thinking I'm better than anyone. No. But given my long list of dating history, given my long-ass dating history, I've dated a lot of men of all sorts, coming from all sorts of places. I've dated all sorts of men. So I think I have the right data to say this. A lot of the time when you pick the not-so-good men, the red flags tend to pop up very quickly. And on the flip side, with good men, they're not the most flashy in the beginning. They're not the most, overly confident. They're not the ones that walk into the room and everyone's like, oh, no. Their value tends to be hidden. You have to have good eyesight. You have to have wisdom and experience to see it. When I met my man, the first day, I still make fun of him till today. It was so awkward. And typical me, younger me, would definitely have overlooked. I'll just be like, that's not what I'm looking for. Even though it is exactly what I'm looking for. I wouldn't have known this if I didn't have a list myself of what I wanted. So that would actually be a good advice that I would give to people. Have a list, have it written down so that when the person's in front of you, you don't miss it. It can be easy to miss, especially when you're dating other people. But anyway, first date with my man, it was pretty awkward, but I kept getting taken back to the conversations we had during the date. The way that our values aligned, the way that he understood what I was saying, the way that I didn't have to overly explain myself and what I meant. He truly understood the nuances in the conversation I was trying to have, if that made any sense. For example, when we would talk about gender differences, he fully understood that double standards exist and that that's totally okay. It was full on yeah, of course, when a woman does it, it's fine. But when a man does it, it's not fine because it's more predatory when men do it. And I was like, bingo, that's the kind of person I'm looking for. I don't want to be with someone that I have to justify why some things are the way they are, why men are expected to pay for dates, but women should not be expected to cook and clean because they have jobs too. That can cause an argument with a Dutch 50-50 guy. You would argue till I cannot come. And the truth is, their argument isn't necessarily wrong, but that's not what I want. That's not the kind of argument I want to be having. I want to be arguing about whether to go to Chinese food or Korean food for dinner. So I just realized that, wait a minute, this guy gets it. He was mature in a way that a lot of men these days are not. And I realized that I enjoyed the date. Awkwardness aside, I had a good time. But I wouldn't have seen that if I didn't have a clear sense of what I wanted in a man and what I didn't want in a man. Actually, I think I had a bigger sense of what I didn't want. And in a way, that can actually be a very good identifier for what you do want. So, like I said, make a list of what you want, but also have a very clear and strong opinion of your deal breakers, of the things that you absolutely do not want to tolerate in a relationship. I think that will help you see the good men a bit more clearly and not overlook them. I mean, there's also such a thing as right person, wrong time, which also kind of means wrong person. I really feel like younger me would not have appreciated the person that I'm with today and feel absolutely just in awe of how great of a guy he is. I'm just I'm so lucky. I dreamed this into life. Not just dreamed it. I think that I filtered this into life. I filtered through a shit ton of men. Even my mom will say I'm too picky and the kind of man I'm looking for doesn't exist. Ha! In your face, mom. In your face. But I think that took a lot of trial and error. It took a lot of trial and error, and also just knowing, again, back to knowing what I wanted and what I didn't want. That was really the trick to finding the right partner. And just knowing that I wanted to truly, truly be happy. I refused to go on a third date for over a year. Because I just didn't see the point of it. I was so quick to cut people off. As soon as I realized this wasn't my cup of tea, I was quick. I was quick with it. Like, what's that song? You gotta be nice for what? You gotta be nice for what? Yeah, why should you be nice to these men? Like, you know what you want. If they don't fit that, description, leave. There's no need to give like 2, 3, 4 chances. Actually, maybe everyone should get a second chance. I take that back. Everybody should get a second chance. But 3, no. It's like one more chance and you're out, okay? If the first one doesn't go well, you get one more chance and that's it. I think you have to be quick with the exit for you to get to your dream person much quicker. And yeah, I think people that are with good men, I don't think it's by accident. There is luck to it. But I also feel like being able to, you have to also accept that perfection does not exist. I always say that I'm perfect, and I'm sure my man will say that I'm perfect. But the truth is, rather than finding someone who's perfect, you just have to find someone who's perfect for you. I think I'm not perfect, but I think I'm perfect for him. And he would say the same thing, and I think that he's perfect for me too. So yeah, don't settle. What you're looking for exists. It just takes so long to find it because you gotta shove through the racks like you do at TJ Maxx or Ross. Go through the pile of garbage. Sorry to call men garbage, but really, from what I hear out there, it's just a mess. And I've been there. I know what it's like. I was single for over 3 years. So yeah, I can say that it is garbage. But long story short, relationship goals is actually being happy in your relationship. Sometimes I get frustrated when people ask the questions on podcasts, oh, he's not posting me, or he refuses to unfollow, there's women with bikini pictures. I'm just are you hearing yourself? Someone that you're dating should want to make you happy. I recently had this conversation with my man when I was saying to him that it's hard to get mad at him because I always know that his intentions are good. And so it's hard to be upset with him. First was my sister. My sister and I fight with each other a lot. And I actually raise my voice. I usually don't like to raise my voice because I hate it when people raise their voice at me. Don't yell at me. I am literally going to walk out of the room. But sometimes my sister drives me there where I will raise my voice. And my man couldn't fathom me raising my voice because I've never done that to him. And we've been together for almost a year. So he was what, really? You actually raise your voice at your sister? I'm yeah. And then he looked at me with such shock on his face. And I'm but you never bring that out of me. You don't bring that side out of me because you're a partner that wants to make me happy and because you want to make me happy and I see that, so I want to make you happy. If a partner is telling you, oh, I wouldn't remove, what was it? Oh no, I'm not going to follow bikini models on Instagram because you're controlling me. I can like the photo if I want. You're being controlling. These are things I've heard on podcasts and Reddit posts. Why is that a debate? Why is your man not looking at sports or finances or whatever? Not to be too cliche. Literally anything else but bikini models and OnlyFans models. And fine, you find out you don't like it. The first thing you should do is apologize and immediately unfollow, delete. In fact, you should delete this entire Instagram just to make you happy. I don't get it. I honestly feel really bad sometimes for when I hear stories like this. Or, my man never posts me on social media. Even though I've asked him to post me, he still has his pictures from his last relationship with his exes. What? I'm just it's just so obvious what's going on and it frustrates me. I hate to see women cry and be sad over men because they're literally not worth it. If a man is not making you happy, it is not worth it. There's literally no point being with it. No, for real. If my man stopped making me happy today, it's over. If he starts treating me badly, it's over. You can't get away with it. You can't get away with treating me like shit because guess what? I'm not scared to leave. I will be bye, ciao, adios, hasta never. It's just that is the truth. You got to be ready and happy. Not happy because it would suck, but that's how you find a good relationship. You can't be too scared to leave. You have to be okay with things not working out. You have to know what you want. Being happy has to mean more to you than looking happy on social media or having a partner. It's literally not worth it if you're not happy. If he's not buying you flowers, if he's not taking you out to dinner, if he's not giving you a back massage, if he's not saying kind, sweet things to you, if he's not treating you exactly how you want, whatever that is, it's your relationship. This should be designed the way you want it, no matter how ridiculous it might sound to other people. If you're happy, boo-hoo. If you literally want the most outrageous things in the world and your partner says, yeah, sure, it's your relationship, you can do that. It's your relationship. Literally, it is your relationship. So that's all I have to say. This podcast has no head or tail, but it's a bit of a rant, and I want it to be like a wake-up call to women in shitty relationships. Please leave. Like, it's not worth it. Like, the quality of your life really is determined by the quality of your relationship. And if your relationship is shitty, your life will be shitty. That's a promise. That's a given. That's like certain. So yeah, go find better. You can do better. You can always do better. If anything, being alone is definitely better than being in a shitty relationship, at the very least. So anyway, that's all I have to say. You have to be that person that if you're in a relationship, nobody ever doubts whether or not you're like faking it, because they just know you. They know you. They know that if you're not happy, you would leave. And you have to know that about yourself too, and be sure about that. So that's it. Bye.